Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell so that you know every time a new upload occurs. And also, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Makeup and Magnolias. This is my very first YouTube video, so I'm super excited, but I'm also super nervous. I'm sure there's going to be some kinks and some uh-ohs along the way, but you guys can ride that journey out with me. So for my first video, I'm going to hop to it. I've decided to do the Dollar Tree makeup challenge. Now I've seen this on a few different YouTubers channels, and I thought that would be a fun challenge to start with, because who doesn't like some beauty on a budget? Everyone likes to save money. So if we can actually make these products work, that will be amazing. Without further ado, I guess let's roll on into the video. So the first thing we're going to use is, well, they didn't have a primer. First thing, they didn't. I searched and there was no primer, and I'm a primer girl. I love primer. I swear by it. I don't really know if it helps, but I'm gonna put it on. But I did moisturize really good beforehand. So Dollar Tree had, the only real foundation they had was this Sassy and Chic moisturizing foundation, and I got the color medium 1. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be my color or not. The shade range wasn't very great. They had a light 1, medium 1, dark 1, and dark 2, I think. And so I kind of went on the in between, because I'm not pale, but I'm not, you know, super dark either. So this says it's a moisturizing foundation, apply and blend with fingertips. So we'll start with fingertips, and if that gets too crazy, then we will use a makeup brush. Hydrating for sure. Here's the color. Like, I mean, it kind of has a watery but thick consistency to it. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm going to start by just putting dots. And if you see me kind of looking up, I have a Ricky mirror that I like to use, and I'm looking in it as I do this. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of product. I mean, my first impressions is I'm going to need some more. But the color isn't bad for me at all. Like, not what I wasn't sure if the color would work or not. It's definitely, I wouldn't say a full coverage, but then again, it doesn't claim to be full coverage. And I'm just working it in with my fingertips, and I like to bring it down along my jawline. And I think y'all just got like a crazy mouth shot, but it'll be okay. So I'm just gonna finish blending this out. Put a little to prime and prep my eyelids. More of a sheer foundation, I would say, with lightweight coverage, because you can definitely still see some of my dark spots and some of my imperfections, which is okay. Okay, the first hiccup I have with this product is it's very shiny. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm glistening. So I'm gonna use a sponge and just dab this in more. It's not a bad foundation. The color actually worked pretty well. I like a more matte foundation, and this one definitely has some shine to it. I just make some horrible faces when I do this, so y'all just have to bear with it. Now moving on, I'm gonna go in with some Conceal by LA Colors. Conceal and Correct. Now, the concealer, there wasn't a whole lot at my Dollar Tree, and it was really weird because they had a yellow one, a lavender, or a white. And so I got the yellow because I knew I didn't want lavender, and I didn't really want stark white either. So yeah, it says a color correcting formula that blurs imperfections. Use yellow Conceal Correct to even out. Apply corrector under regular concealer to create a perfectly even complexion. Well, I didn't read to apply it under regular concealer. So we might have to put a little bit more foundation over the top of this. That's what I get for not reading the whole thing. So yeah, here we go. It's definitely banana yellow. Yeah. All right, well, this is what I got, so we're just gonna try to make it work. Oh my gosh. When it says yellow, it means it. This is like banana mustard yellow, but if it, you know, helps some, I'm here for it. I mean, it's it's yellow. I'm just gonna use a beauty blender sponge and tap this into the under eye. Okay, it is blending in a lot better than what I expected, so that's good. It's blending well, and it's not blending out to be yellow, so that's definitely in my favor, thank goodness. And I believe the concealer does have a little bit more coverage than the foundation. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I didn't want to go too crazy because of the yellow, but I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Okay, so I got that nice and blended out. I would say it's a light to medium coverage still, but definitely more coverage than the foundation was. But I'm here for it. For $1, it's not bad, folks. For $1, I'm gonna get you some yellow concealer by LA Colors, Conceal Correct. So that was not horrible. All right, now I'm gonna use a little bit of powder. Actually, I think I'm gonna use the contour palette. I'm gonna use this lighter color in here to set the under eyes from LA Color. Contour, Sculpt, and Shape Your Face. Contour powder. Sculpt and shape your face in 2 easy steps. Define and emphasize your favorite features. Well, all right then. It says, apply darker shade to hollows of cheeks, below the cheekbone, apply lighter shade above cheekbone, and blend. Applicator not included. So this is what it looks like. And I'll just kind of, I want to fill these really quick. They definitely have kind of a chalky consistency to them. I mean, but not really bad. So I'm gonna go in with this little Real Techniques brush, and it's a setting brush, and I'm gonna go in with the lighter color. Just everywhere I put that concealer, I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit of this setting powder just to hopefully set it in place so that we don't start to crease under our under eyes. The fallout is crazy. I don't know if you're catching it on camera, but I mean, dust gets everywhere. It is, I feel like it's lightening my under eye, which is good. So we'll just kind of leave that on and forget about it for a little bit while we do just a really quick contour. I'm not a contour professional, and so I'm still kind of learning. I'm gonna go in with a Morphe R14. Morphe R14. So I'm gonna go in right here and see. I'm gonna tap some off because you never know how this is gonna go. So I'm gonna start by going in the hollows of my cheekbone. Okay, she's pigmented. And it's not a bad contour color, I don't feel like. It's not anything super crazy. I mean, I think I'm definitely gonna have to put some pressed powder over it because I feel like this side is a little bit muddy looking, but let's go ahead and finish. I'm gonna go right in here because I'm kind of using this as my bronzer too because there wasn't a bronzer. And I'm just gonna lightly dust it just to kind of chisel out your face a little more and underneath the chin because Mama's chin's not as prominent as it used to be. Okay, so first impressions of the powders, not bad. I think that the setting powder definitely, I'm gonna take a Lime Life number 1 just to dust this off. I think it definitely brightened the under eye, and so did the yellow concealer. I feel like the contour is nice. It's nicely pigmented. It's not like bam. So I think so far so good for the Dollar Tree. I mean, heck yeah. Okay. Let's go in with some powder now. This is ColorMate's Rose Beige, just the color I got, and it says it's a rich, smooth, natural look, long wearing, and blends easily. Let's test it out. The ColorMate's Pressed Powder Compact is made of premium quality materials and helps prevent unwanted shine to improve the look and feel of your skin. Gently pat and press all over the face, lightly downward strokes for even coverage. Good, so maybe we can get rid of the little bit of shine that I have going on from the foundation. I think that the concealer and everything took a little bit of that out, but I'd like just a little bit more out. So we're gonna go in with this powder in all the areas that I didn't set or do contour on. Okay. It has a little mirror in it, so that's pretty cute. I'm gonna go in with what I call my Big Mama. This is a Lime Life Belle Isle Cone, number 2, huge floofy Big Mama. Let me feel it. It feels pretty smooth. So I'm gonna get some on here and tap it off. And I'm gonna start by pressing it all over the areas. And then I'm gonna just lightly dust it all over the face. So far, you guys, like, I'm not hating the Dollar Tree look. I was iffy on the foundation because of the shine, but with the setting powder, the regular powder, and the contour, I think that shine's been knocked down, which is great. It's not full coverage, definitely, as you can tell. You can still see my little imperfections, but I mean, for $1, you know. Let's move on to eyebrows. I'm gonna take my spoolie. This is a Lime Life Belle Isle Cone, and I'm gonna take my spoolie end. It's bent, I like it like that. I know that's crazy. And just run it through these brows. And they need to be like waxed or hit up at the brow bar. I just haven't made myself do it yet because I totally hate getting my eyebrows plucked, waxed, threaded, anything. I have not done anything to these bad mamas in like 6 years. And that's not even a lie, folks, like 6 years. I mean, I've plucked some of them here and there, but as far as getting them professionally done, it's been about 6 years, so. Okay, so I bought this eyeliner slash brow pencil in black brown. There's a sharpener included, which is nice. It says it's long-lasting formula, defines and shapes eyes, glides on smooth for precise lining and control. Can be used to naturally shape, extend, and color eyebrows. But I'm gonna see exactly how dark this is because I'm not trying to look like Ernie, or is it Bert? Whichever one has the unibrow that's super dark, I'm not trying to look like that. And so I may use, well, I don't think, I may have to go in with that contour color for my eyebrows if these are 2. So here it is. And are they both the same, or is one brown and one black? Let's see. Did it give you 2? Let me see on my hand. Okay, it's black. This is definitely more black than brown. So I think I might use that. Let me just see. If I use a light hand, I'm just going to use a very light hand to fill this in with. And I think that it might be okay. So I'm not really sculpting them that much or doing anything crazy because the color is so dark. I mean, but, okay. I feel like that's even a little darker than I would want them. I'm getting that Bert or Ernie vibe. Someone have to tell me in the comments which one it is with the big dark unibrow. Well, luckily it's not unibrowed, but it looks kind of like a dark caterpillar sitting on my face. I'm not really here for that. The pencil itself, we'll see how great it is whenever I use it as an eyeliner. But I mean, it glides on pretty pretty smooth. Well, I said that. It's not the best I've ever used, but for $1 you get 2 and a sharpener. I mean, it's not really terrible. Finish. Okay, so the brows are done. So I'm gonna take this and see if I can't try to lighten the brows up a little bit. I may kind of do both. I don't know that it's really gonna do anything, but I just feel like they're a little dark. But I may just have to roll with it. Maybe when I take my hair back down, it won't look as crazy. Okay, so let's move on to our eyes. And I got a LA Colors, and it is a 3 colors, and it says 3 color eyeshadow palette, glides on evenly for a beautiful look. So let's just see what kind of beautiful look we can make. It's hard to get into this packaging, but I don't want to use, like, you know, for the whole world to see. I'm gonna act like I have a little bit of tooth. Whew! After we break a sweat, we're finally into the palette. And it caught my eye because it's 3 really pretty. It is all shimmer colors, so I mean, that is what it is, but they are really pretty. Here they are. And it comes with one of these guides that I do not like at all, so I'm not gonna use that. So I'm gonna feel them. They feel not bad. Here's a gold color, purple, and then kind of a creamy color. So there's the creamy color, the purple, and the gold. They come off very well. Let's swatch and see. Okay, not bad. The purple comes off really pretty, and so does the gold. So for $1, I mean, the pigment is there as far as the swatching. We'll see when I go to put it on my eyes how pigmented it is. That'll be the real test. So let's get started. I'm gonna go in with a Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH30, and there's not a transition color in here, so just to kind of set the eye, I'm gonna go in right here with this contour color and just kind of lay a base. And it's not gonna, obviously I think that it works better as the contour than an eyeshadow, but it is coming off. And it is blending fairly easily, so, I mean, it is a powder, so it is what it is, but just to give me a good base, go in here, outside, just kind of the windshield wiper motion into the crease. And if you see me looking off, it's hard for me to look into I'm doing this on my iPhone and do it, so I kind of look up into my mirror. I'm sure as I go, I'll get better at that, hopefully, and won't be all like googly-eyed and looking everywhere. So, you know, the only way is up from here, right? And positive vibes. Okay, so that just gave me a little bit of a transition color. Now I'm gonna go in with this gold color with, which one do I want to use? A Morphe, this was the Jaclyn Hill JH32. And go in with the gold. And I'm just gonna go kind of over the top of where I put that transition color in. This is gonna be a really light eye look. So I'm just gonna press it in and then go in windshield wiper motions. I think that the eyeshadows actually go on pretty well. The pigment is pretty nice. It is blending pretty well, so I don't really have a lot of complaints. I mean, obviously I'm not going to judge this $3 colors for $1 LA Color palette as hard as I'm going to judge something I spent like $45, $50 on, because that's not really fair, you know. So, I mean, for $1, the color's coming off nicely. It is blending pretty well, so I'm not upset with that. I'm really not. This is gonna be kind of a light look. I'll come up closer so you guys can see. Get all up in my eyeballs right here. Make my funny faces. Not bad. Now I'm really ready to dive into this purple. I'm gonna see how it works pressing it on with my finger on the crease and laying it down like that. It's coming off pretty well. I mean, you have to do a few coats of pressing it down in there, but it's a really pretty color. It comes off not quite as dark as the swatch when you're pressing it on, but that's okay. It's kind of more like a lilac color, but it goes well with the gold, just real light and kind of airy. And you don't really want to use super dark colors, you know, in the summer anyway, so I'm just going to keep pressing this in here. It's real professional. I have a packing brush. I have a few Morphe packing brushes that I really like. Like this one right here is the Morphe M421. So I'll just go in and lightly press just to pack some more on. I'm having to do a few, you know, a few coats to pack it on, but that's okay. Alright, now I'm going to just hit back in the gold just a little bit and just try to marry these two together so it's not just a stark contrast from the purple to the gold, but overall, I mean, it looks alright. Is it the most pigmented I've ever used? No, but for $1, I'm not hating. I'm not hating. And then under the brow bone, I'm going to go in with this kind of white color. And I have no clue what this was, like a Estee Lauder brush from way back when. And it's just still in great shape, and so I use it. It's really dusty though. See how much fallout there is, but I'm going to go underneath the brow bone just to kind of highlight. I'm not really loving how bright it is, so I think I'm going to knock it down a notch with that highlight color, just to knock some of the shine down. Yes, that's much better. Now I'm going to take a small brush. This is a Morphe M341, and go in and just bring this lighter color right in here, just to kind of highlight the inner corner of the eye. Alright, so that's it for the eyes. How do we like it? Next, we're going to go back in with the liner that made my brows look crazy. And we're going to hope that it glides on smooth. So I'm going to start by just going underneath the under eye and smudging it in about 1/3 of the way. I'm not loving the pigment on this. Is really nice. It is, but I'm not loving the fact you kind of really have to work hard at getting it to glide on. It definitely doesn't just glide super easy, but like I said earlier, you get 2 for $1 and you get a sharpener. So for the price point, I can't complain a lot. I'm just saying you might be able to pick up something that glides on a little bit better. Also, that's really pointy. I don't really like them to be that pointy, so I'm going to kind of push it down a little bit. Then I want to smudge some along this top lash line. Now, it is not wanting to work at all at this top lash line, but I'm going to keep on keeping on and just whatever we get, I think is what we're gonna get. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave the top be because I don't like what it's creating. So I'm gonna go back in with some eyeshadow and try to cover that up. I don't like the line that it's making. It's not really making a defined line, so we're just gonna go without any on the top. But I think it's gonna be okay because look what the Dollar Tree had. They had Ardell lashes. Now this is the fashion fashion lashes. I need some help sometimes. I prefer the Ardell Naturals in like the Demi Wispies, the Wispies for every day. But to have Ardell, I meant only $1, I'm not complaining. So let's put these bad Mama Jammas on. But first, actually, I think I'm gonna put some mascara on. This is a Wet n Wild Enhance and Define Full Healthy Lashes, soy protein enriched. I just realized I had this over my face the whole time. Cruelty free, which is nice, in the color Very Black. Mega Wear Mascara. This mascara helps enhance fullness while adding color. Helps condition lashes. I can't say lashes. Lashes. Helps condition lashes and leaves them looking and feeling healthy. I just get my words all mumble jumbo together sometimes. It happens to the best of us, okay? Let's see how this works. I love the color of the tube. It's a super cute color. Very summery with the kind of turquoisey tealy color. I'll show you guys the wand. I got it in Very Black, so very cute color. And the wand is, it's like this. So let's try it. I'm gonna start with my bottom lashes. So it is, I like how it's separating my lashes, and it is making them appear longer, so I do like that. I don't feel, it's not a really thick or goopy mascara, which is nice. If you like a thicker mascara, this formula is probably not gonna be for you, but if you don't, you may like it. And you can see the difference between the eye that I have finished and the one I haven't. You do have to kind of pump it in there a few good times, but that's all right. I don't mind. I'm not gonna hate on mascara. I don't mind it. It separates my, almost took my eyeball out, if you just saw that. Separating the lashes makes them look a little bit fuller. Is it the best mascara I've ever used? No. I like a mascara that's a little bit thicker of a consistency. That gives me a little more volume. But for $1, I mean, this mascara would work. Of course, I'm gonna have to clean this up. I always manage to do that. Let me find the brush that I put powder on and kind of, okay, that's not gonna work. Let's see. Am I making things worse? Let's try the yellow concealer. There we go. Maybe if I dot just a little bit under here. I mean, if you haven't gotten mascara all over when applying, are you really living? Are you human? Because if you haven't, I think that you're like a cyborg or something, because it happens to me almost every time. Okay, let's go in with these. So it's not my favorite mascara ever. It is enhancing my natural lashes a tad bit. Nothing too crazy. So if you have really natural, full, long lashes, I think that this would be great for you. But if you don't, I think you would need something that's a little more goopy. That's gonna really give you more lift. But luckily we have some falsies. So there's some mascara. I'll come in closer so you guys can see. Not terribly bad. I'm not happy about what happened underneath here, but maybe I can salvage it. It's not too terribly bad. Let me tell you, that powder is powdery. Okay, anyways, back to our lashes. These are the Ardell Fashion lashes in black 117. And I'm gonna take my lash duo. I prefer this kind right here in the tube because when you have to squeeze, I get that crap everywhere, like gooping everywhere. I just find this so much easier. So I'm just gonna apply a thin layer and let it get a little tacky. I didn't bring my pluckers in here, so yeah, I'm just gonna be applying them by hand, so we'll see how that goes. And I think this one's gonna go on this side right here. So I'm gonna get in really close and try to apply these. Well, that obviously didn't work as planned. I applied it to my eyelid. So let's scooch it down. I think it's just the band on these is super thin that it's so hard to lay down. Okay. They're definitely full. I wouldn't wear these for like everyday use, but these were actually the most natural ones that they had in the store. And so that's what I grabbed. I got a little mascara problem right here that I'm gonna fix, okay? You can see what a big dramatic difference it makes though, like, you know, so that's good. Now I'm gonna go in with the other lash, the same thing. I'm gonna put the glue on there, just a thin line, and let it kind of dry for a minute and get a little goopy. This light is not wanting to, haven't been able to charge it properly, and so it's wanting to go out on me. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the other lash. I had a little bit of difficulty with it, and then I will pop back into the video when both are on. Nelly. Okay, let's move on to blush. This is by LA Colors again, Velvety Finish Powder Blush in the color Berry Plum. The color selection wasn't very wide. There wasn't a big variety. There was like a really bubblegummy pink, like pink. Then there was this darker one, and then there was one that just came that read too orangey. So I tried to pick the lesser of the evils, I guess you would say, color-wise. So we're gonna try to make this work. And this is all stuff that I bought. I got 10 items, so it was 10 bucks and some change. This is the little guy that they give you, but I can't use those very well. So I'm gonna go with a Morphe E4. I'm gonna tap in here and dust off, and we'll see. Okay, so I don't mind the color. It is pigmented, so that's nice. I don't want to overdo it. I like that it is a matte finish. So, yeah. It's pigmented. It went on nice and smooth. I like the blush. I like the color. I think I'm a little bit too much, so I'm going to tone her down just a little bit with that Color Makes powder. Just for me. I mean, some people really like to be blushing. I prefer to be blushing and not really look like I've been smacked across the face. So we'll just tone it down a little bit, but I like it. For highlight, they didn't have a highlight, and so I'm going to go in with a Morphe R36 brush, and I'm going to hit into this lightest color of eyeshadow and kind of mix it with that gold and run it along for highlight. Now, it's not making a huge difference, but it gives you a little tiny bit, I think. I may be lying. Yeah, just a tiny hint. I don't know if it's reading on camera or not, but it gives you just a slight hint of highlight, very slight. I still think my cheeks, y'all, are a little too red. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. I always do this because I wasn't sure how pigmented it was. And I go in with a heavy hand. Starting to crease underneath my under eye, so I'm not really loving that, but okay. This is the LA Colors makeup stick. This is an all-in-one makeup stick. You can use it as lipstick, blush, and eyeshadow actually, so it's a 3-in-1. So you can even save more money if you want to use this color for all 3 things. I haven't really mastered the whole cream blush thing yet. I wish that I have, because I think that it's very pretty, and I've been seeing some really pretty cream products come out. So let's swatch this and see. It's a very sheer color, but you can build it. So like there's 1 swipe, 2, 3. So let's just kind of go in and line a little bit first. And I have a thinner upper lip, so I like to overline just a tad. Now let's fill in. So I like color. It's not bad at all. I might even use this again. Like I'm being totally serious. And it has a little bit of a sheen to it. I like it. All right, so let's take this hair down and let's look at this final look. And you guys, that is the final look. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Don't comment on my crazy hair. I know that it looks bad, okay? We just want to focus on the makeup. So there's the final look. I don't hate it. Like, I'm kind of here for the look, honestly. Some of my favorites, I loved the lip color. I feel like I might will try the yellow concealer again, put a regular concealer over it. I think that the eyeshadows were pretty, I mean, I pretty much liked almost everything. The contour palette, I can kind of leave it or take it. It did its job. It's not the best. The powder, it did knock down some of the shine, but I can take it or leave it. My least favorite by far was definitely the liner and brow pencil. It just didn't glide on very easy. And then I wasn't too terribly crazy about the mascara. I mean, it's okay. There's definitely a lot better mascara out there. But all in all, for only spending 10 bucks for a full face of makeup, I think that it looks pretty darn decent. So thanks for joining my first video. I'm gonna try to edit it the best I can. It'll be the first time I've edited a video, so we'll see how that goes. And I look forward to making some more videos and posting them. So thanks for watching Makeup and Magnolias.